I would love to know what Liverpool's plans are with Origi, because I think there'll be some regret that they let him go out last season on loan, because I think Divock Origi would have made a difference to Liverpool.
I think it's fair to say he'd have come out with more than one Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not a slight against Slang, who I did think had some good moments. But Divock Origi, both seasons I think he's played, he's scored double figures. Both seasons he's had sort of at least a month spell where he looked on fire, Origi, and he certainly had that when he was in his first season in the Europa League, when he started home and away against Dortmund. Yeah. He scored home and away against Dortmund, and I think he would have started the final against Sevilla had he not have been Funes Mori'd a couple of weeks beforehand. The following season, I think he still got 10 or 11 goals, even though that sort of front three was starting to emerge with Coutinho, Firmino, and Mane. I thought it was a strange sort of backward season for him in the sense that you thought, okay, that's not a bad move. Wolfsburg, it's a decent side, Bundesliga, you'll start every week. And he, speaking to people who deal with the loan players and that kind of thing, and he was saying the manager was quite changeable. So he'd play one week, he'd play a 4-4-2 diamond, and he'd be up with someone, and he'd not have any width to get crosses in or whatever. Then he'd play the next week, he'd be sort of out on the right hand side, then he'd be playing on his own. And he said he just didn't get any rhythm, and they're all excuses. And if Origi's brilliant, he's brilliant wherever. But I did think it was a really disappointing season for him and for Wolfsburg. I mean, they very nearly went down from the Bundesliga. So I wonder how much damage that's done to Origi, and also his standing with Klopp. Whether Klopp's expected, okay, we'll give Divock a year, he comes back with 20 goals and then we'll talk. And he's come back with 4, 5, 6 goals or whatever he got. And now it's like, well, you haven't beaten down my door to get in the team, have you? So
and do you think this is the wider issue Liverpool have got, unfortunately, is that nobody has really stood up, and all we've really got is, we're talking about, again, going back to Brewster, who's a lad who's probably not going to be fit for the start of pre-season himself. We're relying on understudies who just are not either not prolific or not natural fits for what we need in that forward position.
Yeah, spot on. And the only, it is it's one of those where I say this a lot, and it is always the way, and especially for someone like Liverpool who don't have the infinite financial resources. No team does really, but the Manchester City financial resources, where you'd love to take a few bits of each of them, wouldn't you? And you'd love to have sort of, Daniel Sturridge's left foot finish, that kind of thing, but Dominic Solanke's sort of work rate and that kind of thing.
The build, the physique,
but you're not going to get that with a backup striker. And I think Liverpool do. There is an acceptance there, because Roberto Firmino's so intrinsically part of what Klopp's doing. You're not going to have Roberto Firmino light as your number 2. You're going to have a step down in quality, and I do think. It's when it's across the board. I think the easiest place to have depth of quality is in your wide positions, because wide players are generally, apart from Mo Salah, really, are inconsistent in what they deliver. So you can have an off day for a wide player, and another one can be on fire, and you can plug him in, and he's fine. I think with a striker, it's not as easy to do that when Firmino is not just being asked. It's not just like he's Ruud van Nistelrooy who just stands in the 6-yard box and puts the ball in the net, and you can have another player who does that. He's everything. He's sort of he's a number 10. He's a wide player. He's a sort of defensive presser. It's difficult to recreate what he can bring, but I think my personal opinion is Origi might just be kept. I think he might just keep Origi for next season, just as a 6 months, okay, because you have got to plan for Roberto Firmino getting a hamstring injury and missing a month, or even just having a come down after a brilliant season of wow, he looked absolutely ruined here. We might need to just take him out for a couple of games.
Well, there's a chance he could be involved in a World Cup final as well. Exactly. So he's not going to get you can't see Brazil not going deep into the World Cup one way or another.
And I can't see him not being in the team by the end of the World Cup either, because I think even looking at him the other night, I think he was on for 15 minutes or whatever, and he could have had two or three goals. I think Origi will be kept as a senior sort of option in the squad. That would be my hunch. That's not based on concrete information or whatever. That's just a hunch. But I think I'd be more likely to see Solanke going out than Origi at this stage. But then you might, if an offer comes in for Divock Origi of £15-20 million, then would Liverpool be mad not to say yes?